All right, friends, it's T-Man, and I'm back with a brand new video. And I figured, you know what, I'm home now, and I want to make a video on this guy. You've probably seen him. I posted him sometimes in my community section, his video. His name is Samir Dosani. So he's into natural food, blah, 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 lots of good science, whatever. Let's see if he talks the talks and walks the walk, what he says in his videos about you should eat like a wild human. Let's see if he eats like a wild human, because I'm not sure. Look, my voice is a lot deeper because I'm very anabolic now. It took me about, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 weeks to just get it up until now. And now it's steadily staying very high, my testosterone. I'd probably say it's probably around 1,300 or something. It's really, I could feel it. It's really, really, really high. My voice is deeper, just a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how long this keeps up for. As long as I keep up the calories, you're in a natural anabolic growth state. Now, one guy wrote something in the comment section to explain, bro, you don't need drugs. Only peasants need drugs. People, the elites who have money, do not need drugs. We go and we eat as much as we want. That's how you stay naturally anabolic. When you eat 10,000 calories a day, right? You're naturally anabolic. The people that eat 3,000 calories a day, they're always going to be losers. They're never going to win in sports. They're not going to win anything, okay? In this world, food is everything. A starving army is a losing army. The army that eats well, is well fed, is the strongest army in the world. The American army, they have bases all over the world. Why are they what's that word I'm looking for? Fuck, I'm out of it. It's a little bit late right now. Um, why are they the way they are so elite? Because they have access to food. Okay, their army, United States, they're well fed, but the problem with America is now their food it's more chemicalized. It's becoming more nasty. So it's affecting the population. Whatever. Let's get on with this video. So Samir Dosani says, doctors hate this. My daily routine: raw eggs, meat, 200 push-ups, and 200 squats. Doctors hate this routine. Well, I didn't. I saw part of it. I don't like his entire routine. But we'll talk about it.
Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to be filming on what I eat and do in an average day. Today is not a school day. My daughter has most of August off from school. So I'm waking up a little bit later than I usually would. It's past 6:30 now. The sun is starting to rise, halfway risen on this relatively not so cold Joburg winter day. I'm going to start the day, so I've already come outside trying to get some sunlight in the eyes. Nice way to wake up. And I'm going to put in my headphones and do about 20 minutes of meditation. So sometimes I start with meditation, sometimes I start with the exercise, but today we're going to start with meditation. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so that was about a 20-minute sort of body scan meditation that I was doing. You can do anything.
Let me tell you about, I don't know why he needed to do that exactly, the meditation, but whatever, man. Whatever turns people's cranks. I don't need any of that. I don't do any of that, but whatever. It seems very fake, unnatural. It's not something you would do in nature anyway. So if you were in nature, you probably would enjoy nature and the sun and everything. You wouldn't do any meditation because you wouldn't need to. Nature is all the meditation you need. But where he lives, it's very artificial here.
Meditation is a very good idea to incorporate into your routines daily. You don't have to do it first thing in the morning, but whenever you choose to, 20 minutes meditation, really good idea if you can.
I don't think so.
Find a way to do it.
Just get plenty of sleep, you'll be fine, and get plenty of sunlight, sun, whatever, especially in summertime.
I'm going to do, I'm going to set up the camera over in the house. We'll do some push-ups.
He picked the worst day to make a video. It's very gloomy and kind of rainy. It's terrible.
Squats. Now, the last time I did this a couple of months ago, I was doing about 100 a day, 100 push-ups, 100 squats just in the morning. My new routine is total 400.
And the question is, why do you need to do 100 push-ups and 100 squats? Why? And are you doing this every day? Why do you need to exercise? I'm not an exercise channel. I don't exercise. I never exercise. I've never exercised in my entire life. Now I've damaged muscle fibers lifting eccentrically, bodybuilding, but I've never exercised. I don't even know why people exercise. I'll never understand it.
Morning, it's 4 sets of 50 push-ups.
Really? And what is these squats and push-ups? What exactly are they going to do for you, other than make you not want to do them and make you miserable afterward? You're gonna raise your cortisol by doing that. That's great. Let me start out my day by raising my cortisol. Okay. So you want to be at a catabolic state, right? So we're gonna start. We're gonna start off the day by deteriorating, right? Okay.
That's a 50 squats, so that's 200. Then usually in the afternoon,
Sure.
sometimes in the afternoon I'm doing something else, I'm playing tennis or I'm in the gym or something. But if I'm at home,
He's in the gym or something, so he goes to a gym as well. Okay, I think maybe he may be a lifting gym slave. Yes.
it's another 200. So let's see how today goes. I don't think we're going to make it to the gym today, but let's at least start with a 200. So if you look at my form on this one, it's not really great. So I'm not going low enough on the push-ups, and I'm not going low enough on the squats either. I think what's happened is that as I've increased the quantity, I've decreased the quality. So I'm going to try and improve on that, but just a reminder that I do this like I'm doing sets of 50, so 4 sets of 50, and I'm changing my hand position, I'm changing my foot position on the squats, just to exercise slightly different muscles. So we're going to speed this up, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side of that.
This just looks very stressful, man. Personally, I don't understand it, but whatever. Each to their own. Yeah, this is perfect if you want to, accelerate aging or accelerate deterioration. This is it. So now he's opened a window for protein breakdown. So now he's breaking down proteins faster than they're building up. Okay.
Okay, so that's 200 push-ups, 200 squats.
Yeah, listen to him panting. This is stress. Unnecessary stress. I never stress myself, ever.
I'm gonna make myself a glass of...
When I was young, I went through a lot of stress, especially with my parents and stuff. I went through a lot. I mean, it was stressful, bro, growing up with my parents and shit. And growing up in 60s and 70s was extremely stressful, even into the 80s. Fuck. So maybe that gave me a good level of protection, because they say if you went through a lot of stressful things when you were young, I guess then I was growing and everything, so it couldn't have deteriorated me since I was in a growth phase. But if I was to go through all that shit now in older age, Christ, the more you do this as you get older, the faster it accelerates. It goes even faster. So you're deteriorating faster than you're aging. Now, age is just a biological clock, because I don't know what that limit is for you. Whatever health will equate to longevity. In other words, you can live to 140, maybe 60, whatever, and that's your biological clock, and then you die according to you eating your natural food. But if you don't eat your natural food, you'll end up like Pottinger's study, that cat. You'll be fucked up and die young. You know what I mean?
Salt water, maybe with a bit of lemon. Do some work and then I'll...
Salt water with a bit of lemon, and you need that. Why exactly? That's artificial right off the bat. I thought he said to live like a wild human.
Be back.
See, these people, they never do what they preach. He's most likely Indian, so he's still conditioned like a peasant slave. He can't get out of that peasant slave, even though he talks really well in his videos. He means well. But he simply cannot get out of that peasant slave mentality. Because look, is he drinking tea, man? Tea's the worst shit. Oxalate, garbage, toxic, and it has a stimulant in there. No, you don't need this shit.
Okay, so I've got my morning little drink. So what I ended up doing was about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar.
Why a tablespoon of apple cider? God, more toxic poison. Why can't you drink like mineral water or something? What's wrong with that?
Vinegar, a little bit of salt, maybe half a teaspoon of salt, maybe less, quarter teaspoon of salt, into some hot water. Gonna have that while I post. Okay, so we are now at about 7:45 in the morning. I've done a little bit of work. I've had my little water drink. The big thing that's changed is that I've started taking breakfast again. Even on fasting.
Do you need to eat breakfast? I don't know. It depends, right? If you have a high nutrient diet, you eat when it's necessary, when you're hungry. Are you hungry, or are you just eating because you want to eat because it's breakfast? See, he doesn't really follow a natural diet. It's still based on this peasant slave routine. Get it? It's conditioning.
Days I've tried to change my fasting
You know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Try to change his fasting. He's starving?
window. So maybe today I'm gonna eat by 8. It'll be ready. And yeah, I'll probably fast. I don't know.
So, more deterioration, he's going to starve. So, he's got a window for protein breakdown now. He exercised. He did this crazy exercise, which is stressful on your body. Catabolic hormone is high. So, deterioration has started. Lots of deterioration. And now he's going to deteriorate himself further by starving himself. But this is great. This is interesting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if today's gonna end up being a fasting day because we have some guests coming over later.
I never fast. See, here's the thing. Intelligence in this world, I've met a lot of people, they claim they're intelligent. Intelligence, and read the dictionary for the, how should I put it? What it says about intelligence. It says manipulate your environment. It doesn't say anything about school or studying or education or scientific things or whatever the fuck this guy's doing. He's a doctor. Okay, a doctor is a label. He's an actor. He's acting doctor. Okay, yeah. They're all actors. Acting judges, acting police officer, acting scientist, acting doctor. He's an actor. But look at the way he's acting now on this channel.
But if it's a fasting day, I'll probably stop eating by about 2 p.m., right? So 8 to 2, that's a 6-hour eating window. That's pretty much all I need. That's if I even take 2 meals. Sometimes the first meal is big enough. I don't need a second one.
Look at his face. He's most likely Indian, right? Look at his face carefully. This is degeneration, generations of degeneration by his ancestors. They're lazy because they ate plants, and they still eat plants. And I'm pretty sure he eats some kind of plant because he's drinking tea, and that is a plant. So he's further degenerating himself, and it will be passed on generationally to his children. And nature will punish you, and they have punished him. And that's why he hates himself. He's wearing glasses, trying to come off as intelligence. I don't know why people think that I got to wear glasses and have an ugly face, and that's considered intelligent or high IQ. This isn't high IQ to still live artificially and pretend, a faker of sophistication because, well, I read some man-made book and it told me to do these things or whatever. That's not how you conduct your business. You just have to ask the question. For intelligence is like this. What would you be doing out in nature? That's all. And then you'll know. You'll get all the answers that you need. You don't need to read a book or know about fucking nature, or I have to conduct my business like this and like that. Just ask yourself, what would you be doing out there in nature if you were out in a forest and you lived out there? What would you be doing? How would you be eating and how would you be surviving and living? That's all. It's really simple. And believe me, you're going to get the answers very quickly. And if it doesn't really come to you, if you're that stupid, then why don't you fucking go out there and live out there and find out? Because I've been out in nature when I was young, and I have hunted, and I have built those shelters and everything. Yeah, so I know what it's like to be out there. I have an idea.
Still on a lamb kick, so still eating lamb pretty much every day, but I have learned...
Get ready for a roof.
Eating lamb pretty much every day, but I have learned to...
He's eating lamb every day. Okay, this is not bad. Lamb is pretty good. Yeah. Me personally, I'm anabolic because I eat a lot of raw, some cooked stuff, but mostly raw stuff. And I don't really cook a lot. And I don't cook a lot because I'm eating raw stuff at home even. Like if I want to or if I have to. But I would prefer to stay anabolic. And so I don't usually eat even I don't even I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating because and usually sometimes even one meal a day is enough for me, but I can't eat a little bit more all the time to keep myself going this anabolic effect cuz I'm regenerating my body by being anabolic. So protein synthesis is exceeding the rate of breakdown. By him, the rate of breakdown is exceeding protein synthesis. It seems that way because exercise and fasting and all this, I don't know what's going on here.
I don't roast
He's doing the opposite of what you should be doing, and this is considered intelligence? Wow, okay.
my leg of lamb anymore. Cut it up into thin strips. Semi-freeze your lamb. Your lamb leg, you can cut off really thin shavings, which makes really good kebab meat, what they call doner.
I bet you could, but okay, kebab meat, okay.
Or doner.
So he's into preparation, wasting his time and everything. Great, great. This is intelligence, yeah, okay.
Or shawarma, that kind of stuff, right? This has already been...
Look, already he has bad eyesight, so this is already genetic deterioration. Bad eyesight. He's wearing glasses. What kind of partner would want to partner up with somebody like this that already has degenerated eyes and wearing glasses? This is a big sign already. It's a no-no. You understand me? A lot of these so-called intelligent people, they're all wearing eyeglasses. Why? Because they're degenerative. They're just pretending they're intelligent. They're really not intelligent because to destroy your environment and do these stupid things against nature is not intelligent, is not high IQ. It's low IQ to poison yourself eating this fucking food. And then I need to hire people to fix me now. I need a dentist. I need a doctor. I need their medicines and all that. That is not intelligent. That's not intelligent to do that, to destroy yourself, just so you can, they can bleed you.
Salted a little bit, not really much else in the way of seasoning. You don't need much.
That's why they need all these professions to take care of you. It's old adage. It starts with one thing. It starts with the witch doctors, then they make real doctors. Then there's dentists, all this bullshit.
Well, because the lamb has its own fat. But I might use a little bit of this beef tallow just to sort of get it started.
Okay, beef tallow's, it's okay. It's again beef tallow. It's been processed.
So beef tallow, and then I'm going to have one of these low carb cauliflower wrap kind of thing.
Low carb flour? What flour? What? These look like pancakes or something. Bread? Cauliflower. They call it cauliflower? Low calorie. Shouldn't be eating any calories. Shouldn't be eating any of that.
Might put a little bit of yogurt in as a sauce. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take out...
Yogurt's artificial. There's no yogurt out in nature. Yogurt with garlic. Garlic is an antibiotic. Why would you eat garlic? That's crazy. So you could destroy your good bacteria. You're made out of bacteria. So you want to destroy your bacteria in your body so you could be sick. Okay.
A little bit of yogurt, grate a little bit of garlic in there.
That's insane.
I'll also make an egg shake. It's going to be 4 or 5 eggs, bit of cream, water, a little bit of glycine powder. So this is
a little bit of glycine powder. Well, yeah, I guess you can add glycine. Why do you need it? It's found in meat anyway. I mean, you might as well just do like amino acids, whatever, as a supplement.
Glycine powder and maybe some vanilla. I will take a little bit of video as I'm making this. Okay, so to make the garlic sauce for my little shawarma, whatever we're calling it, I'm going to grate a clove of garlic into a bowl, and then I'm going to put some yogurt and a little bit of water. That's
it. Antibiotic. Okay, great. Yeah.
Pretty much it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay, so this is what the garlic sauce looks like.
Man, that's disgusting. Okay.
When it's done, this is just garlic, yogurt, and water. I make it in something I can store it in because I'm probably not going to eat all of this. So we can use it then tomorrow. Now, for the egg shake, let's start making that. I'll start with filling this with about 100 grams of water. Then into that we're going to put, let's say, 5 eggs. If you're not used to having raw eggs, I would recommend that you not start with this recipe. If you're not used to having raw eggs, I would strongly recommend you start only with the yolks. This is because the egg whites contain an anti-nutrient called avastin, I want to think.
Why would egg whites have an anti-nutrient in there? That makes absolutely zero sense. Why? This is the food for the chicken. Why would it have an anti-nutrient in there? There isn't any anti-nutrients in animal products. He's fabricating that. He's making it up, all right? Man, this is, I don't know. This is ridiculous.
Say I might have the pronunciation a little bit wrong. Something like that. And actually, when it is taken together with the yolk, it's not such a big deal. There are nutrients in the yolk that sort of
Oh my God, I love this one. Not such a big deal. Oh, the yolks are what?
neutralize that.
The yolks will neutralize that? Okay, whatever. Yeah.
But it's a good reason not to have raw egg whites on their own, for sure.
Okay.
And again, if you're worried about your ability to digest raw eggs, we would always recommend to start with a raw yolk. That is going to be, in my opinion, it's
To digest eggs, man, they're so much easier to digest because you have meat and then you have eggs. Look at them. They're liquefied. They're liquid. What are we talking about? You digest those in a couple of seconds. Your stomach has extremely high acid. It's hydrochloric acid, dude. Come on. Our acid's higher than any animal, higher than dogs.
probably one of the easiest foods for humans to digest.
All right. The question is this: should you really be eating all those eggs? Would you be eating them out in nature, consistently consuming eggs? Not really. It's mostly kind of like of an opportunity. If these so-called animals have an opportunity to eat some other animal's eggs, they'll eat them. They're there, they'll eat them. But they're not really. It's just opportunity again, right, man? Come on. You go to your local store and you see eggs, you think, well, I should keep eating eggs all day. It's protein. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not protein, this and that, but animals much better as an adult. You're much better eating animal products, man. Eat some beef blood, drink some beef blood. It's so much better for you. Jesus, I don't know what's the matter with people. They're so wimpy, men today. They're so squeamish. You tell them beef blood, they're like, ooh, or raw meat, ooh, man. These people are nuts.
Okay, so into this we're going to add a little bit of whipping cream. This is the cream I use, but you can use anything. We're looking for something that's this kind of like double cream consistency. So not light cream, what they call heavy cream in the US.
Cream, okay, I don't do cream, but whatever.
Double cream in the UK, that's sort of what we're looking for here. Now a little bit of vanilla. There actually are not a small number of people, but it's not super huge either, the number of people who are allergic to vanilla. And for those folks, what we say, and you may want to do this even if you don't know that you have a vanilla allergy, is to test if you have symptoms that are persisting. You can get, this is vanilla extract, right? You can get the vanilla essence, which is artificial vanilla flavor. And see, if you're allergic to vanilla, you wouldn't be allergic to that. So that's one way to do it. And then I'm going to put about a spoon of this glycine powder. One small scoop.
Man, just drink the eggs already, please. Come on, bro.
And we're just going to whip it all up. And that's the drink to have along with the breakfast.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So he's cooking this stuff or something. He's heating it up, all right? Okay, he's cooking his meat. Is it seed oils there? I don't know. But he's cooking his meat. Why are you cooking it? I mean, and even if you do cook it, why not just cook it a tiny bit and throw it on there so it's very raw? You're destroying the nutrients. Man, has this guy seen Pottinger study the cats? What happened to the cat that ate the raw meat? Fucked up, that's what. More genetic deterioration. You understand me, bro? Yeah, genetic deterioration here. This is what this is. You want to pass that on to your offspring, that's great. because you're lazy.
Okay, so sometimes I will have this as a wrap, like a burrito. Today I'm gonna have it more like a roti, like Indian style, with your hands kind of thing. This is the shape. I'm gonna finish this whole thing in the next 10 minutes or so. By the time I get eating, it'll be 8:20, which means the close of my fasting window at the latest is 2:20. If I'm fasting today, which I'm not so sure about. Another thing that I've sort of been.
If he's fasting today, if he's starving today, wow, okay, starving. Another thing you have is what? Tabasco sauce?
Experimenting with is the Tabasco sauce. I'm finding that I'm liking vinegar flavored things. So
he's liking vinegar flavored things. Vinegar's nasty, bro. And he's eating toxic. Oh man, Tabasco, it's toxic, bro. This is, wow, you want to destroy your gut, huh? See, this is that typical thing. He can't break that Indian conditioning, the peasant slave conditioning, bro. Get it? He still is like in India, man. It's crazy. Wow. I mean, this is the punishment that you get. Nature has punished him. You know that? He could have been looking amazing, but nature's punished him. It's crazy. Yeah. It's still punishing him.
And
because he can't stop doing this. Body destruction.
For those who are sort of new to this sort of hyper carnivore way of doing things, you have to do something pretty close to a
hyper carnivore thing. This is not hyper carnivore. What are you talking about? No carnivore out in nature does this. They don't eat like this. No animal cooks anything out in nature. What are you talking about? Hyper carnivore.
Or meat diet for a period of time. You need to sort of get a reset.
Meat diet for a period of time. You need to get a reset. Reset from what? Bro, listen to me, sir. I eat meat all day. I eat meat raw. I eat a lot of raw meat and I eat a lot of raw fish. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I even drink raw beef blood. Where's your uncooked raw beef blood? Because I don't have access to raw milk. If I did, I'd probably drink that too. But I have to do what it takes. And I eat organs at home. I buy beef heart and liver, kidneys, this, that, even some brain, bro. I don't know what's going on here exactly. What? This is not a hyper carnivore diet.
And then you can reintroduce food slowly. You can reintroduce dairy, reintroduce whatever you want in small amounts.
We reintroduce dairy and all this kind of stuff. Well, yeah, when I was, punishing myself because of the slave food diet, because the conditioning by my parents, they were slaves. When I got out of that, I had issues because they made me eat I was eating cereal, conditioned to eat cereal with milk. And that started causing me all kinds of problems. Yeah, stomach problems, like ridiculous shit. Couldn't drink milk because, I don't know, just caused me problems. Now, because I just eat exclusively meat and animal products, after a while, everything came back to normal really quickly. And I can down milk like it was nothing, like tomorrow. I can down gallons and I don't get the runs. I don't get anything. Fuck.
And see what suits, what doesn't suit, right? So for me, all these foods that I'm testing, like some people will not be able to have Tabasco. It has...
yeah, there's nothing wrong with testing stuff out, but do you really need that stuff? Not really. That's what I discovered, testing.
It has... cayenne pepper, right? Red pepper. So it is a nightshade vegetable. So many people will react to that.
I love that. Nightshade vegetable. If it's nightshade, it's extremely toxic. You can die. Nightshades will kill you.
And if you're one of the people who reacts to that, well, introduce it slowly. And if you have a reaction, then you know not to take that in the future.
You shouldn't be taking it at all. That'll punish you. Nature will punish you for doing that. Yeah.
The way I cook the kebab is, if you can do it really thin, it's better because it'll just cook really, really quickly. This is not quite that thin.
Again, cooking really quickly, destroying really quickly. I destroy really quickly with heat. Add heat and destroy it. It's just like pasteurized milk. You've destroyed it. It's garbage. High in exosomes. It's bad for you anyway. Pasteurized milk is extremely bad.
So it ends up being sort of like I don't know how to describe. It's not exactly a rare steak texture because it's more fatty, but it's not really cooked on the inside. It's just seared on the outside. So that's what I like. You know, if you don't like it, if you like it more medium to well done, that's totally fine. It's better that we not stress about, you know, should I be eating my steaks rare, medium rare, whatever. Just eat the steaks.
No, you should. You should eat them as rare as possible, as rare as possible, so you can transition to eating them raw. Yeah.
Steaks how you like it. Eat the steaks in a way that you're going to have enough food. You're going to feel full. Don't worry about
Again, it's all about taste and liking and all this kind of weird stuff here or whatever.
the rest. Cheers. Okay, so I've had my breakfast.
Once you've trained yourself to eating raw food, you're not going to want to go back to cooked food. That's the whole idea. You can change yourself. You can train yourself just like training in the gym, training your muscles all day. You can train yourself to eat raw food. And then once you try raw, you never go back. Get it? Yeah.
I've done a bit of work. Now I'm going to go for a bath. So this is the same routine that I mentioned in the last video, whenever that was, March or April, I can't remember. Basically, it's contrast bathing. So you start as hot as you can manage. I start in the bathtub. Then I'll finish in the shower with it on full cold. In the wintertime here in South Africa, it's actually pretty cold. I don't think it gets down to close to zero, but maybe 5-6 degrees. So that's pretty good. Again, this is just a variety of
Did he say South Africa? I didn't know he was in South Africa. Okay.
thoughts in like sauna and cold plunges and so on. I don't worry too much about that. I think about it more like we just want to give the body a little bit of a shot, get rid of some of the just the sort of stale energy, if I can put it that way. And there's nothing like the cold water to sort of shock the system a little bit. It's good for the
Me personally, my bones are getting a lot stronger and everything. I'm not even working out. I'm in an anabolic growth state, eating a lot of animal products, high nutrient, amino acid diet, and everything is getting stronger. My skin, my muscle, my bones are like, wow, they're just getting way better. And I'm not even working out. I'm working in to get better.
cardiovascular system as well too, of course. It's going to get the blood flowing. Okay.
That's going to get the blood flowing going in these cold plunges. This is, again, why is he doing this? It's bad for you. More stress, more deterioration, bro. Get it? All of this is adding to the deterioration. The food, him, this, that. Everything he's doing, the exercise, starving.
So shower is done, bath is done. I'm now going to use this little thing, this microneedling thing. I mentioned this last
Microneedling, okay. Why do you need to do microneedling exactly? Why?
time. My hair's been thinning a little bit, and I see that we get good results. 3 ways I see good results. One is just sort of...
If your hair is thinning and falling out, it's because you're malnourished. You're not getting enough nutrients in your diet. That's your problem. Indians, look at your chin resuscitating. Look at your dark eye circles. Look at your hair. You're not healthy, man. You don't look healthy at all whatsoever. You need to start eating more raw fish and more meat. You need to eat a lot of it because you're really deteriorating right now. And you need to eat it for a very long period of time. You need to be in anabolism so that you can reverse this shit.
Massaging, like doing a bit of massaging, which I'm not so regular about as I used to be.
I'm mesmerized that this doctor doesn't know that. He's a doctor. A doctor, get it? Because doctors don't know anything. They only know how to prescribe fucking medicine and examine you or something, whatever they learned at their slave school, the slave school they were sent to.
Is putting some oil, coconut oil. That seems to work. I guess that's also massage, really.
Even though you'll never ever need a doctor, this so-called doctor, because that's considered intelligence, yeah. But it's not considered to be intelligent to live a natural lifestyle so that you don't need any doctors or dentists or medicines, right? See what I mean? So, yeah, this is the equivalent of intelligence. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, uh-huh.
You massage it in as you put the oil. And the third is this microneedling does seem to improve hair growth,
Yeah, massaging that stuff is not going to do anything. I don't doubt that microneedling may help. Definitely, it could aid. But you don't need it. Just eat natural food and it'll come back. Look at you. You're deteriorating.
Fitness and so on. So I'm going to do that for a couple minutes, take some sunlight.
What a lazy doctor, man. All he has to do is eat a lot of raw fish, raw meat, and organs and stuff. Animal products, drink some beef blood. No, doesn't have to do beef blood. Got to do what everybody else does. Raw eggs, Gotta put some stuff in there, some shit, cook this stuff, wrap it up in some man-made fake stuff. Wow.
We're not
I gotta do exercise. I gotta fucking, go cold shower plunge. I gotta do fucking, what else was there? I can't even remember now. It's more stress, bro. Gets crazy.
not really in vitamin D season here.
And starvation diet. This isn't vitamin D season? What are you talking about? You get vitamin D in meat.
And it's only, I think it's only about 9 o'clock, 9:15. Get some sunlight for what it's worth, and
You get vitamin D in meat. It's all in meat.
yeah, take it from there. So it's not really a lengthy process, just a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna make a coffee in the morning, just a quick one this time. It'll be black for me. I'll show you the process here.
I don't think that microneedling is working. Is this coffee he's making? Wow, this shit's toxic, bro. What the hell's going on here? This is a doctor. It's a stimulant. It's toxic. It's filled with glyphosates, herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides. It's all like sprayed in there. And beans are so toxic, bro. They're so bitter. They're so toxic with caffeine in it on top of it.
Okay, so it is now about 1:45. I'm gonna have lunch, if you can call it that. This is some broth I made with basically some leftover.
Listen to this guy. I'm gonna have lunch. I'm having breakfast. I'm having lunch. He's still following the peasant slave thing. It's crazy. Right? What the hell?
Steaks, basically the bones
Steaks? Okay.
from T-bones. And yeah, I've
I
got
like T-bones. T-bones are good. Yeah, sure.
a mug full of this broth. I put a little bit of tamari sauce in it. Microwave that, and yeah, have that for.
Need that sauce. Why?
See if I feel like having anything after that, I might have maybe a bowl of yogurt. Yeah, that
A bowl of yogurt, and you need that. Why exactly, too?
is the plan for lunch. In addition to my broth, this is a sort of mug of broth. Also got a small bowl of
I guess, yogurt, whatever, his broth. I don't know what that is.
some egg salad. So, don't know if you can see that. It's
Egg salad, okay.
about 2 or 3 eggs. You can tell I put my Tabasco sauce on top of that. 2 or 3 eggs worth
And Tabasco sauce, great.
of egg salad. Homemade mayonnaise, which we made with avocado oil. Yeah.
Avocado oil, homemade mayonnaise. Wow, it sounds like a concoction for dysbiosis. Okay, yeah. Yes, hooray. I've hit the target, dysbiosis. Yeah, well, that's great.
That is going to be lunch.
I wonder why you can't tolerate these dairy products, like you said.
Still might have some yogurt later on. Let's see. Okay, so I've decided not to have yogurt, at least for now. Still an hour or so
Well, that's great. You shouldn't be doing any yogurt, yes.
in my eating window, so I might have something. But I don't think so. I think that was actually fine. So I'm just going to sit in the sun for a few minutes. As I mentioned,
He's gonna sit in the sun for a few minutes. Well, there's nothing wrong with going in the sun. Yeah, it's a good idea to hang around in the sun. Yeah, I like the sun a lot. But you do get vitamin D from meat.
it's still wintertime, but it looks like the sun is slightly above 45 degrees right now.
It's all right.
So that means that we can get some vitamin D, some UVB. Yeah, so I'm going to sit in the sun for 10, 15 minutes.
And how are you gonna get it on your? Where is it gonna go? You're wearing clothes. How are you gonna get it if you're wearing clothes? On your face, your head?
And then get back to work. Okay, we are nearing the end of the day. It's about 4 o'clock.
Okay, so I assumed he got it on his face only. Okay.
I have just been working, seeing clients, yeah, making videos, the usual kind of stuff. Doing a podcast interview went really
Of course, seeing clients, this and that, the usual stuff. Yes, okay.
well. That'll be on the channel soon with Lee from Kent Carnivore. Looking forward to posting that.
Lee from Kent Carnivore. I know him. We all know him. Okay, he's going to be on his show. This is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Great discussion we had.
Yeah.
It's about 4 o'clock. I'm back in my fasting window. I will have some coffee.
So it's 4 o'clock. He's back at his starvation window. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah. Coffee. He had some toxic bean soup.
Now, some black coffee. And
Black coffee. My sister got cancer from drinking black coffee. That's great. Yeah.
I've had a glass of water as well, maybe 2 glasses of water.
And you drank the water because were you thirsty, or you just drinking it so you can toxify your body? So if it's not thirsty and you're consuming these things, you know it can become toxic in your body. Why would you consume it?
And yeah, that's about it in terms of food consumption. Don't think I'll be making it to the gym today, so I think probably around 5 or 5.
Well, that's a good thing. At least he's not making it to the gym today, because, man, after that exercise, now going to the gym and, breaking down more proteins and, you know what I mean, deteriorating faster than he's aging. Yeah, that definitely is a good thing. Stop deteriorating yourself. Stop breaking your body and start building it. Stop breaking it.
30. I'll do another 200 push-ups and squats.
This is typical. They do all these things, all this science, and I watched this channel, all this science seemed like he knew what he was talking about. But at the end of the day, when I watch this guy, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He just, faker of sophistication, he comes off like he does, but he doesn't. And this just shows me and proves to me he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'll take that video when I get the chance. So we're now.
His eyesight can improve if he has a high nutrient diet. Your eyesight will improve. It'll get better automatically over time. It will take time, but the more you overload your body with nutrients from animal products, the better you become. The more you eat, the better you become. It's called anabolism. You're exceeding that breakdown. Boom. Yes.
Start about 5:30. I got half an hour before my evening meetings, and I will do those push-ups and sit-ups, push-ups and squats that I was talking about. This is exactly the same as the first.
Again, he's going to do push-ups and squats. Again, man. Jesus Christ.
Thing, again, my form could use a little bit of improvement. Try and come down lower when you're doing these things. Better to do fewer.
Well, the squats should be done, I guess, all the way to the bottom and up. You're kind of barely moving there.
Quantity and more quality, to be honest. So since I recorded this a few days ago, since then I've been trying to work on my form and trying to improve. I'll video myself again and see if my form improves. Yeah, other than that, it's exactly the same as the first time.
This isn't going to do anything. Your muscles are adapted to these exercises. They're resistant from getting any micro injuries where they can go through a regeneration. So there really is no point in doing exercise because it's not regenerative unless you're aiming to injure the muscle fibers so you could get it to go through a regeneration. And when it does do that, it will mitigate senescent cells and myogenic decline. Yeah, it'll get rid of these senescent cells and mitigate myogenic decline. Yeah, that's what muscle regeneration does. I guess he doesn't even understand that. And that can only happen periodically because muscles only ever get damaged when they're untrained, unfamiliar, unaccustomed, and eccentric exercise. It's known to cause widespread muscle damage. Okay. So this is just a waste of time. You're just deteriorating. You're an endurance exercise guy, whatever. It's crazy. Yeah, that's all you want to do is stress your heart. That's it. More heartbeats so you can shorten your lifespan. The more heartbeats you accumulate, the shorter your lifespan. You don't want to raise your metabolic rate high. The higher your metabolic rate, every time you exercise has a high metabolic rate and your heart's beating faster, well, those are the heartbeats that you lost because longevity is associated with low metabolic rate, low heartbeats. My heartbeats are very low. When I measure my heartbeats, they're very low on the scale. Even my doctor, when he checked me, goes, "Wow, you have really low, your heartbeats are really low." Yeah, because low metabolic rate. Animals with high metabolic rates, they die. They die young. They die early. Yes. Okay. It's crazy.
Okay, so we are nearing bedtime. What I like to do if I have a bit of time, especially if it's been a long and exhausting day, as today has been, what I like to do is just take as much time as possible and do some meditation, some journaling, whatever else that may be, just to decompress from the day and to prepare myself for the next day. So today I think I'm going to put some red light on for 10 or 15 minutes. And yeah, maybe just do some guided meditations for the evenings, especially. Sometimes in the morning, I'll just sit and do a body scan and not, have my meditation music in, or it won't be a guided meditation. It'll just be whatever.
Okay.
But in the evening, especially if you have all that sort of energy from the day, and you're not. For today, it's been kind of a long and slightly exhausting day. I find that it helps to really have that meditation music or whatever it is, whatever you like to do for a guided meditation practice. That really helps. So I will do that. So I'm also using
I just don't understand what's with the background music. I don't know why you need that, but okay.
this fairly inexpensive, this fairly small red light device. You can get these much more.
Wow, he just went out in the sun. Now he needs this red light device. It's all garbage, man. Man, I've lost faith in this doc.